people? It's your boy Toss back again live for another review. Arsenal 3, Athletic Bilbao 0. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. T-Chanzo Sports, the home of sports now. Going into this game, a lot of Arsenal fans were down with the performances in pre-season, rightly for slow, as well as obviously us losing the last two pre-season games, Villarreal and Spurs respectively. But in this game, we actually probably had our starting lineup, or as close of a starting team we're probably going to be seeing against Man United next week. And again, we actually had a system change. It was not the normal kind of system we've been playing. We actually changed to a double pivot with Zubomendi and Rice in like a 4-2-3-1 situation with obviously Saka and Martinelli with Odegaard in the 10 and Gyökeres up front. And yeah, from the start, change of tactics completely. Obviously, Calafiori was playing left back. He was showing a bit of dynamism on the left-hand side. But yeah, man, it was much, much better. The best performance of Arsenal's preseason kind of tour so far, or altogether, I would say, because again, it was just more direct. Zubomendi, for me, man of the match. He was absolutely sensational, dictating the play, being very, very direct, progressive passes. And yeah, we didn't actually see that kind of slow pedestrian kind of horseshoe football where we go from one part of the pitch to the other. It was very, very more direct. We were getting two-touch passes and balls over the top all of the time. Martinelli was played in a few times on the left-hand side. But again, it was all kind of dictated by how Zubomendi was playing. He was a guy that was picking up from midfield and then kind of just navigating towards the center of the pitch where, again, he can obviously dribble into that area or he can pass through the lines as well, which he was doing quite a lot of times. And it was, again, Zubomendi who created the first goal. Great ball in. Fantastic ball in by Zubomendi and a fantastic header by this man here. Right there. Victor Gyökeres gets his first goal for Arsenal in this game. A fantastic header. And now this is the guy that everyone was telling me can't score headers. There was a nasty compilation. Someone, shame on you, whoever did that, by the way. Shame on you, blood, yeah? Shame on you, whoever did that nasty compilation of Victor Gyökeres missing headers. Because, yeah, that header was absolutely fantastic, man. Ball into the area. And, yeah, great leap, great movement to obviously be free. And, yeah, into the back of the net, man. Keeper absolutely no chance. Too much power on it. And that made it 1-0. And then a quick fire goal to make it 2-0. And like I said, the directness of the Arsenal's play was definitely there to be seen. A ball over the top, right over the top by Odegaard, playing it straight into the path of Martinelli, who then made a great decision to pass it to Saka, who's in a better position than he was, to make it 2-0, put it past and then into an empty net, to make it 2-0 to the Arsenal. But apart from that, the work rate from the team and also the dynamism, we were seeing Saka go more into the center. We were seeing Odegaard pass more to the left-hand side than normally he would be. So, yeah, and obviously someone like Calafiori, who, again, sometimes was in midfield, sometimes was on left wing, was kind of making it a little less predictable than what we're seeing. We didn't really see that kind of Saka just passing it to Ben White, or obviously Timber started on right back this time, and that having been the only avenue. We've actually seen some other kind of play. And I feel like that goal definitely helped Gyökeres' confidence in terms of he was then now linking up play. He was drifting out to the left and right, which again, once you've scored your goal, that's completely fine. You want to get more into the game. And yeah, he had a few opportunities where, even though they didn't come to anything, he was getting played into space very, very quickly, because it seems like the tactic in this game was to, as soon as you get your turnover in terms of possession, pass it very, very quickly into the path of Gyökeres or Madueke or whoever. So yeah, half-time, it was 2-0. A couple of substitutions came on. It was, I think, Ben White came on and Madueke came on to the left. It was Calafiori and Martinelli that went off at half-time. And yeah, obviously Madueke's performance, you know what? He had a good performance, man. I thought he was decent. He was direct. He put in a couple of good crosses into the box. One cross he put in for Victor Gyökeres, who had another good header, which the keeper actually saved onto the post. So he could have had two-headed goals in the game. But yeah, he was very, very direct and straight to the point. He didn't really dilly-dally. He knew what he was going to do before he did it. So that's obviously a positive performance in terms of that direction. It says on the left-hand side. And yeah, the second half was kind of more of the same, really also kind of controlling the game. Zubomendi making a few obviously opportunities. He had one when Kai Havertz came on. A lovely back heel. I don't know how he did it into the path of Havertz, who'll be disappointed he didn't score. And then we actually did score, and Kai Havertz actually did score. Fantastic goal. Another direct kind of piece of play. Another flick on by Saka this time. And it was a race between the Havertz and two kind of defenders running side to side. Havertz burst through a massive pace there and then showed fantastic strength to hold off a defender and went into an acute angle, but then finished it to a plumb. smashed it past the keeper into the bottom corner. Keeper absolutely no chance. And it was a fantastic finish. One of the best goals, even though it was pre-season, I've seen Havertz score for Arsenal, to be honest, in terms of using his pace, power, and actual technical ability and ball striking ability all in one phase. So a fantastic goal by him to make it 3-0. And overall, a brilliant performance. And this is what I wanted to see in terms of Arsenal showing a bit of dynamism when it comes to, obviously, pre-seasons, showing some things that are a bit different. And I feel like Zubimendi was definitely at the core of it in terms of how he was dictating the play and stuff like that. Obviously, there's still more work to do. Of course, we still need 2 players. Not going to get carried away with the performance in terms of, again, this is kind of the first time I've ever seen Arsenal play like this in a while in terms of being quite direct. Is it going to work against every team? Probably not. But it is a step in the right direction. Sorry. Listen, like I said, I'm a fair guy. I said in the last video, I wanted to see some change. I wanted to see us change it up and it not be so predictable. And in this game, we were very not predictable. we were doing different things, man. We were doing different things I hadn't seen before, especially in transition as well. Not dilly-dallying, not playing it side to side with Saliba and Gabriel all the time, bro. We were actually getting into midfield. And to be fair, it was just Zubimendi dictating, if I'm being honest, man. Dictating the play, dictating how we were playing. And fantastic from him, man. And I think he got man in the match, and rightfully so. One thing I will say, though, I'll be honest, I don't know why we take penalties at the end of the games. I feel like we should just end the game. But again, we took the penalties. And yeah, Mika Marino, who missed in the last game, he scored a penalty. Madueke, who missed in the last game, he scored a penalty. Kai Havertz as well. Bukayo Saka scored a penalty as well. Saliba, even when Yeri actually missed his penalty, hit the bar. But it was actually a Bilbao who missed 2 penalties. And then it was Zubimendi, who, again, kind of ironic. For me, he was the man of the match. And I think he did get man of the match. Ended up scoring the winning penalty to obviously make Arsenal not only win the game, but win the penalty shootout. And yeah, they won the Emirates Cup as well. So first trophy of the season now. All jokes aside, man. Obviously a pre-season trophy and all that. But now I'm glad we actually had a decent performance as well as the result. But more about the performance. Like I said, guys, pre-season for me personally is not really about the actual results. It's more about how we're playing. If you see something different, if you see things that are could potentially work in the league game. And with this game, I actually seen a different way we actually played with a different person up front. It wasn't just playing Gyökeres into feet. We hardly even actually did that. We were actually trying to find players and Gyökeres himself into space. And the only way you do that is when you get the ball very quickly and you don't dictate or hesitate or hover on the ball. You know what you're going to do before you do it. And it's whip around the corner. Zubimendi did that a lot in this game, man. Balls over the top. One of the good things he was doing as well, even in the first half, he was spraying the play very quickly from that left kind of left 8. He was kind of drifted into there in that pivot with Rice and just balls over the top into Saka straight away. And now Saka's got to run on his defender 1v1 without it going all the way around. And then he's got 2-3 players like guarding him, man. So yeah, all positive result and obviously positive performance. I want to see more, but again, Arsenal do not be done in the transfer market. We need to get a number 10 creative kind of player. You see, in probably one of the less positive things was Odegaard again. Didn't really see the performance I want to see from him, man. Giving the ball away a little bit, kind of hesitating still again. I want to see more from him for sure. But yeah, so yeah, I think Eze is definitely a must or a creative 10 and also a left winger as well. Because even though Madueke had a good obviously performance, he just feels to me, and then obviously it might sound a bit harsh, but again, it's only just obviously started the games and him obviously coming to the club. But he just feels to me that he's a good like backup. He's a good like someone when you got a few injuries, you can play him a left wing and he's going to do a decent job for a couple of games. It doesn't feel like a starter. It doesn't feel like this is our starting left winger. Whereas someone like a Rodrigo or Anthony Gordon or Leao maybe might feel like that. But we'll see what we do. Obviously in the transfer window, still obviously a month to go. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, man, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of the game and stuff like that. But until next time, people, it's been your boy Tops. Don't hate to play at the game. And until next time, I am out, man. Peace and love.